All right, let's ruffle some feathers with this one. Should the New Orleans Saints bring in Sam Darnold? There's Patrick Seatman over at Vikings now calls him Sammy Dimes. Well, Bleacher Report actually listed the Saints as a destination for Sam Darnold, and I thought it was a pretty interesting idea. Calling Sam Darnold how I see it, he's played good football this year. He's played really good football this year. The Vikings are on pace to make the playoffs. They're on pace to win their division, possibly. They have to play against the Lions still, so, who knows. But that's a team that could win the NFC North. That's a team that will make the playoffs. That's a team that, quite frankly, you get into the postseason, they could do some damage and make some opposing fan bases cry themselves to sleep at night. So we'll have to see what happens with the Vikings. But should the Saints bring in Sam Darnold? I know you guys are going to get pissed off at me for even talking about it, so go ahead and flame me in the comments. But let's talk about Derek Carr specifically, because the Saints don't have to bring back Carr. They don't. They can actually cut Derek Carr as a post-June 1 designation and save $30 million. They have it as an option. They could cut him. I'm not saying it's the best option, but it is an option. So maybe that's the route that they go. But really quick, I'm going to dive into what Bleacher Report said. I'm going to dive into my whole take, my full opinions, and whether or not I'd actually bring in Sam Darnold. But really quick, I need you to help me out, Saints fans. I need you to share this video with as many fans as possible, whether you send it to social media, whether you send it to Cousin Terry, throw it in your fantasy football group text. I don't care what you do. Send this video out to as many people as you possibly can. Click the share icon, and if you want to get some love, you want to get a retweet, you want to, get a little interaction from me, click the X icon. Tag me on Twitter. It's TraceGerard48. That's my picture. Aren't I so cute? Standing at the dome, and that's so fun. And then all you have to do is click post. I will get the notification. I'll retweet you, and I'll show you some love for sharing the video. I really do appreciate you for helping us out. We're trying to get our channel out to more eyes and to more Saints fans, so that way we can become one of the largest viewed Saints shows across the internet. We're already up there, but I'd like to be number one. So help your boy out and share the show. All right, let's talk about it, because Sam Darnold, in my personal opinion, I think that he's actually earned himself a nice little paycheck this upcoming offseason. He will be a free agent, but I think that he is a player who, whoever he signs with next year, might make a lot of money. And when it comes down to Sam Darnold, I would just make sure that with Darnold, he's able to continue to put up the production that he did this year. Has had some good numbers this season. Just under 70% completion percentage, 3,299 yards through the air, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a passer rating of over 108, which is really, really good if you ask me. And Sam Darnold, like I mentioned, he's a guy that has been really, really good. He had a career resurgence in Minnesota. He got passed around the league. He got drafted in the first round by the Jets, and he was a walking meme. He goes over to the 49ers, the Kyle Shanahan School of Quarterbacks, starts to kind of figure some things out. He comes in for Brock Purdy here and there, and now he's at the Kevin O'Connell College of being an elite quarterback, and he is playing some of the best football I've ever seen in his career, and arguably it is the best football in his career. Now, the big question is, will Sam Darnold leave Minnesota? Is Sam Darnold a guy who's going to go back to the Vikings, or is he going to leave? That's what it comes down to, because I think that the Vikings have the first dibs. Like, I do. I think that Sam Darnold, if he wanted to stay there, there's not really a big reason to stay. He's in a division that he's succeeding in. He has the best wide receiver in the league in Justin Jefferson. He has Jordan Addison as his wide receiver too. Aaron Jones is a quality running back. Kevin O'Connell, in my opinion, is the best head coach in the National Football League. That is not named Andy Reid. But the Vikings did draft J.J. McCarthy this past year. They brought Sam Darnold in more of in as an insurance policy, and he's turned out to be the best insurance policy you could possibly get. But J.J. was drafted 10th overall, and he tore his meniscus during the preseason, so he's been recovering and having surgeries throughout this regular season to get healthy and be able to play next year. So my big question, it's will he even leave Minnesota, but more importantly, will he even be available? Because the Vikings can go multiple different ways with this. They could just extend him and give him a new contract and say, yep, you're our guy. We want Sam Darnold. Sorry, JJ, he was good enough. Or they could let him walk. Or you could go franchise tag route, which, there's the pros and cons in terms of that. But I do think that Sam Darnold is a player who's a product of the environment he's in. I think that the Vikings are a phenomenal team right now. They have a great defense, like unbelievable defense. Their weapons are stellar, a good offensive line, a great head coach. That is the recipe, and that's all the makings for a great quarterback. Hell, if Derek Carr is up there, he'd probably be putting up damn good numbers too. But he's been injured with the Saints. Bad O-line that's been, not a bad O-line, but an injured O-line and weapons that are hurt. So, I just wanted to throw this idea out there. Where will Sam Darnold play next year? Will it be the Minnesota Vikings? Will it be the Saints? Or will it be some other QB-needed team like the Raiders or something? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Predict the team for me, Who Dat Nation, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. And now we're going to talk about what Bleacher Report had to say about Sam Darnold to the Saints. We've talked about my takes. We've talked about my opinions. So now it's time to inform you with what the experts at Bleacher Report are saying. But really quick, I got to throw you guys an invite to my birthday watch party. Saints vs. Commanders. We're going to be having our watch party like we do every single week. But I wanted to hang out with you guys. I'm turning the ripe age of 26 years old. So if you want to come hang out, help me celebrate my birthday, hit the sub button. We're going live an hour before kickoff. I hope to see you guys there. Going to be giving away a lot of fun stuff. The MVP of our show is going to be getting either a Saints Now hoodie or a polo, whichever one they choose. We're also going to be giving away a cool little Alvin Kamara Funko Pop as a raffle item. So fun things are happening this week on the watch party. I hope to see you guys there. We're going to be throwing down some drinks, having a good time. But of course, as always, we're going to be doing our normal thing of the play-by-play, the pregame tailgate, all of that fun stuff. So hit the sub button, lock us in, and we'll see you guys kickoff on Sunday, 1 hour before kickoff, 11 a.m. Central Time, just to give you guys that information. And just to give you some more information, if you're like, Trizzy, I'd love to make your birthday party. However, I have to get a birthday gift myself for one of my homies. Or shoot, man, if you want to give me a birthday gift, you can go ahead and get me some tickets to the Saints Commanders game on the Game Time app. And Game Time is a phenomenal ticketing app, and it's the best ticketing app, and that's not by mistake. When you download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. And Game Time has a feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets that you know you're not going to buy anyway. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but once again, that's CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's game time! Alrighty, so here's what Bleacher Report had to say about Sam Darnold coming to the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, having fired Dennis Allen in November, will also have a new head coach this upcoming season. If the coach comes from the McVay or Shanahan coaching trees, Darnold could be the ideal quarterback target because of his skill set and proven production on O'Connell's offense. Darnold could also be the perfect fit if interim coach Darren Rizzi and the current staff remains in place. Offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak was the 49ers passing game coordinator under Kyle Shanahan last season when Darnold served as Brock Purdy's understudy. And Darnold is a player who I believe will thrive in Clint Kubiak's offense. He's really good at the big-time pros. He's tied for first and across the league. Big-time throw percentage, tied for first. His average depth of target, third. His adjusted completion percentage, fourth. Sam Darnold, according to the advanced metrics and according to the general stats, is a good football player. And with Clint Kubiak's offense, utilizing a lot of pre-snap motion, getting him out of the pocket, making him move, making him create plays, I think, I'm not sitting here saying that he's a Josh Allen kind of player, but I think that you can use Sam Darnold a lot more effectively than you could use Derek Carr in that situation. And some people will say Derek Carr and Sam Darnold, they're one and the same. Sam Darnold just did Carr 2.0. Okay. Well, one of their teams is number 2 in the NFC. The other team is the number 10 overall pick in the draft right now. One of those teams has a high-flying offense. One of those teams does not. Doesn't always come down to the quarterback. I get that. But my point being, Sam Darnold has proven to be a good enough quarterback. And he had the skill set coming out of USC that a lot of people believed he could be a good quarterback. Do I think that he's the best option? No, probably not. But I do think that he is an option. And I do think that he is a player that when you put him in Clint Kubiak's offense could be really talented. And I do think that the most likely outcome for the New Orleans Saints is the Derek Carr route. However, if the Saints want Sam Darnold, if they want to make it happen with the financials, they'll figure it out. Like, the money is the issue here. It's not, is he a good fit? It's not, could he be a quality quarterback? It's not, you guys can have your opinions. I see in the live chat, he's Andy Dalton Jr. Well, Andy Dalton played pretty damn good for the Saints. He had one of his best seasons under the Saints. Andy Dalton had this team almost in the playoffs. Andy Dalton had this team with more wins than the Saints right now, than Derek Carr did right now. So, there it is that. But if the Saints want Sam Darnold, they can go and get him. Like, the money is really where things are going to get tricky and get a little finicky. But if anyone can make the financials work out, it's the New Orleans Saints. And I do think the most likely outcome, I think the thing that will happen for the New Orleans Saints is that they're going to restructure Derek Carr. They're going to run it back with him next year, and he will be the quarterback in 2025. I don't think it's a bad option. I think it's honestly the most realistic, and dare I say it's the best option. Because, look, if Derek Carr isn't good enough, after that, you can move on from him. And then maybe go draft Arch Manning. Yeah, hook him. Producer text. Shout out to you, brother. Hook him. You go get Arch Manning and fulfill the prophecy. Bring the Manning back to Louisiana. I'm just saying. I think that would be a fine route to go. Sure, doesn't lead to more wins directly next year. My point being, I just don't see a world where Sam Darnold's a quarterback next year. I think the Vikings are going to franchise tag him and they're going to keep him around and wait until JJ is ready to roll. And then eventually they'll do something with him. Maybe they trade him at the deadline. Who knows? I don't know, but I don't think Sam Darnold's going to be the Saints quarterback. I do think he could be a good option. I just don't think that it's going to be the Saints. I don't think that's the route the Saints are going to go, is what I'm trying to say. So really quick, I just want to say thank you so much for watching a little bit longer of a video, but I appreciate you for tuning into the show. If you want, or if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and join the channel of over 39,000 members of our Golden Gang. Our Golden Gang is our group of members and people who watch that are subscribed. So if you want to join the Golden Gang, 39,000 subscribers, didn't happen by accident. You can also support the show by liking the video. It'll help you find our content in the future on your YouTube recommended page. And, of course, just get down in the comments section, share your thoughts. If you hate what I said, if you like what I said, if you just want to rip me for being the most handsome guy I've ever seen, I don't blame you. My girlfriend and my mom says the same thing. So get down in the comments section. Y'all stay golden, and we will see you next time.